conectarnos de nuevo otra vez, después de este break. He descargado las partidas de la nube. Los servidores de Dragon Age están de mantenimiento. Es posible, porque si no, no entiendo. Pero bueno. A mí llegamos siempre, no puedo acceder. Resumen, vale, hemos llegado a Lothering. Vamos a ver. ¿Qué nos trae? Esta aventura. Wow.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Estos son refugiados, aunque sean humanos. Viven como los elfos urbanos. Aquí. No me voy a...
I want to go home. I want to go home.
Please, we came here to get away from the fighting.
No voy a robar.
Mother says we have to run before the bad men.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
Pues están bien tocaditos estos refugiados, ¿eh? Madre mía.
The blight has truly come and the king is dead. We're all going to die.
Granjero, mercader, vale. Granjero, vale.
Need something? I don't generally talk to strange elves who wander in here.
Uy, qué racista. Qué racista. Y no vagabundeo por ninguna parte, gracias. ¿Tienes algo en contra de los elfos? Tengo algunas preguntas.
I don't know you. Why shouldn't I have something against you? We've got enough strangers overrunning us. Nothing but trouble.
Problemas antihumanos, ¿eso es lo que quieres? Vamos a ver.
No. Beg pardon and all. I should mind my manners. Don't let me stop you.
Just how smart are Mabari supposed to be, anyway?
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found.
Ah, sí. Un templario.
Move on if you can. Lothering's lost. Thieves prey on the unfortunate whenever they get the chance. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend. Best of luck wherever you might go.
Adiós.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
It's just a guess, but I'm thinking everyone in Lothering is aware of the approaching Darkspawn horde.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Vosotros, este asunto no me concierne. Vale, que se peleen entre los humanos.
Well, I won't stand for thievery, especially not at the demand of some shrewish priest.
Then go, and may you get all you deserve.
I hope the Darkspawn choke on your cheap hides. Ah!
I suppose it couldn't be helped. Maker, help us all.
Ya, te voy a robar las pertenencias aquí. Pero bueno, por de gilipollas. El tablón del canto. Vale. Está aquí. Está al lado.
The chanters are waiting their board.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, My hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one. Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Tres grupos de bandidos en los bosques del norte. No queremos nadie más ser alguien de esos malvados. Quiero que los bandidos sigan. Soy una elfa rebelde. La capilla. Vamos a malmeter en la capilla.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts. Please, you're scaring the children.
Está loco.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This woman bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
Ignora a la gente, ya pienso hacerlo. ¿Por qué no bajas la voz? Es que nadie va a hacer callar a este lunático. Ten cuidado con esas actuaciones, estúpido. ¿La 3 o la 4? Tengo dudas. ¿Cuál cojo? Vaya amenazante, es un humano.
Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us!
Me estás libre del tiempo. Sigue con tus desvaríos si es lo que quieres. Es suficiente tener esto ahora mismo. Tú, desgraciado, ¿qué te ha pasado? No seas estúpido, reconociendo los géneros de enanos. Es suficiente tener esto ahora mismo.
No, do not touch me! You bring evil and destruction! It is the end!
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
Así es, no hay esperanza alguna para vosotros, estúpidos. Persuadir, siempre hay esperanza, debéis tener valor. Largaos de aquí todos vosotros, fuera. Puede que sí, puede que no, no me importa lo más mínimo. Me importa lo que os pase, humanos de...
Then,
la 4.
What shall we do? We must try to go north somehow.
Qué despertan ahí, ¿eh? Oh, mira, me han dejado todo esto por mí. Qué bonito.
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my headache will go as well.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
Ser Maroon 5. Chiste malo.
So many are coming to Lothering. I make no assumptions. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all. Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Bryant will appreciate that. Maker watch over you.
Adiós. Y te guías en sacar lo que quería, lo de los bandidos. Vamos a malmeter en la capilla. Kanichi ha matado a un enemigo.
What will happen to us now that the king is dead?
Behind the monster.
There's word of darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of
Perdona.
protection this village has now, and I will not abandon it. That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us. Yes, my lady. Who might you be?
Tu peor pesadilla.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights? Some have in recent days. Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donnell, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Mucha información, las guerras parecen ir muy mal en este pueblo.
Maker's breath. How many times must we drive them off?
Me han robado oxígeno de compensación. Los he matado.
All of them? By yourself?
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service?
Obvio.
If it interests you, there is a Chanter's board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Son problemas de humanos.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Dame información.
If the matter is important, certainly. Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tearn Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster. Tearn Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them. The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent.
Si encontráis un mago prohibido, morirán. Muchos nos empleáis contra la magia, no vemos.
Let us pretend that I was such a maid. What would you do to me?
I have no time to even think about such things right now. My concern is protecting these people. I see nothing threatening them other than the Darkspawn. If the matter is important, certainly. Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Vale, luego aquí había un templario. Cerca de Donald.
I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donnell? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tearn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims. Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this. If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
Pues no va a llegar. Tengo su medallón.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
¿Hay alguna
A reward?
recompensa?
Oh, of course. I hope a sovereign is sufficient. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. Why is that, if I may ask? I see. The Jarl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Jarl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern. The Jarl fell ill before the king died. But what if Loghain planned that too? Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
Te lo creo. Vale, ya lo he eliminado. ¿Qué es eso? Ah, un libro. La primera ruina, capítulo 1, ¿no? Interesante contender. Sí, correcto. Arma ya está replanteada. Por aquí.
You, miss, what is your name? You seem quite odd to me.
You would not be the first to think so. But avert your eyes. I will not have you staring over long.
Let's get used to it. I'll be watching you. We want no trouble here.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker.
Libros. Agapillo. Más. Y nada.
What do you wish of me? If you must.
What do you need? Ask away.
Did
I say that? I meant the dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
Si me recuerdas, no es eso que dijiste a Flemet. Eso explicaba el olor. De verdad ha sido para ellos.
Well, they were flying dogs, you see. Surprisingly strict parents, too. And devout Andrastians to boot. Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on the cold, hard ground, isn't it? Are you having strange dreams?
Solo algunos en los que el mundo está siendo amenazado por agentes enanos, sí. En todos salvo estrangulándote. Solo uno en los que salimos haciendo el amor a lo salvaje en mi tienda. No, la verdad es que no. Vamos a romperle el corazón, vamos a seducirle y luego que le den, que es humano. Hacer el amor salvaje. A ver cómo se pone.
I think I completely lost my chain of thought. Oh, there it is. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Our Lehman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
¿Por qué te miran la capilla? ¿No era tu padre? Entonces, ¿sabes quién es?
I know who I was told was my father. He died even before my mother did, anyhow. It isn't important. Our Lehman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me. I suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though, if you're picturing that. I slept in hay, out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
Evidentemente.
And raised my dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Ah, mira, ahora encima por seducirle he subido un poquito. Ya no he bajado tanto, he subido un poquito. Bueno, con perro tengo la afinidad de... Vale, lo que sí quería mirar... no, esto no era. Misiones completadas, códice... Ilustraciones... Bueno, esas son las muertes, el códice. Y en cultura e historia... No. Relacionado con la misión. Disco rojo. Controles, notas. Vale. Vamos a hablar con la
Will you be making a donation to the chantry, my friend?
Una donación.
You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here. A great number of people could be fed and clothed for a fraction of your finery. But you must do as your heart wills. What can I do for you, then? A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
Fuera de ley.
You have not heard? The Tairn claims that the Grey Wardens are responsible for the King's death. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else...
Claro, como no te ha dado limonita.
I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now... if there is nothing else...
Como siempre.
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
Let those who have sinned be forgiven.
Hermano. Sí, por el juego de zorro negro. Vamos a utilizar. Vamos a refugiar. Profesor. Me da la sensación que hay que llevar algo detrás. Pues nos vamos a esperar. Pues adiós. Vamos a ver. Quitando el tablón del cantor que está ahí. Abrimos mapa. Tengo que ir. Va. Tengo que cruzar el puente y tiramos para arriba. Caja de madera. Piedra de escarcha. Chiquillo. Voy a pasar a la contigo. ¿Qué hago? Muchas aplicaciones.
I heard that he may have had something to do with the king's death.
I thought Darkspawn killed. That doesn't make any sense.
We'll be lucky if they don't burn down the entire.
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance. They're not here to defend us. They were looking for someone before they started drinking. I hear they almost killed a man because they didn't like his face.
Yeah, me.
I wonder if they're deserters from the king's army. Is there any reason to be happy? With the king dead, them Darkspawn will overrun Lothering before anyone can organise. You'd think those soldiers could at least run off the bandits. I hear someone gave them what they deserved. Wasn't you, was it? It was? Hey, everyone! This is the one who drove out those thieving bastards! More will probably come, but it's good to know some justice is left here. Thank you.
How is it that Terran Logain survived when even a Grey Warden?
Vamos a mirar estos puntos de admiración antes de meter caña en el barrio.
What do you need?
Alistair, que te has puesto en medio.
Hello,
Alice.
Stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Necesito un pícaro en mi grupo. No tengo ningún puñetero pícaro. ¿Me puedo subir? Ah, no. Me he hecho un poquito de dinero. Claro. ¿Qué hace? A bichear todo. Anciana meeting.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
Uy, esto me echa algo.
Lothering's full up with refugees. Might be space in Alison's barn. Speak up. A Grey Warden, are we? Did I mention I'm the bleeding queen of Ferelden? Looks like you can fend for yourself tonight.
How dare you be a favor?
I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft.
What do you need?
You marsh folk are all thieves and liars. Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
If we
But
go,
what about my
won't be
food?
able to
The wilds we're eating.
I
Here we
said
start.
enough.
Is there no end to our fortune? The carnage we left in the wilds was horrifying.
Shokke basit Isra, Mara de Stad. You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace. A prisoner. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
Kunari, muy bien.
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Asesinato.
The people of a farm hold 8 humans, in addition to the children. Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now. There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders. Death will be my atonement. Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime? The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then? Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
A penitent man left to be torn to pieces by Darkspawn. 'Tis a fine example of the Chantry's mercy, is it not?
Bueno, podemos librar a un prisionero. Y yo creía que por aquí me encontraba Leliana. La otra santurrona, pero veo que no. Me estoy moviendo de sitio. No puede ser. Vamos a entrar a la taberna.
Well, look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
Ah, mira, se ven hasta ahí, creo.
Gentlemen, surely there is no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Hablemos antes de que se construya. Necesito tu ayuda, señora, por favor, apártate. Humana. ¿Qué te hace pensar que somos traidores? Parece que quiere pelear. Están encantada de satisfacerle.
Teyrn Logain claims the Grey Wardens betrayed the king. Or haven't you heard?
Enough talk! Take the warden into custody. Kill this sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Oh,
right. Let's make this quick.
All right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
No quiero que informen a la verdad que nos hacen rica y luego que lo dicen, intentarán masacrarnos, no merecen soledad.
Please wait!
They have surrendered. They were no match for you. Let them be. But they failed, and I do not wish death on anyone.
Uy, la santurrona esta. Pero ellos sí los matas. Entonces es una última lección para ellos, hermana. Sí, ¿no? Yo no pido. Pero ellos sí. A tomar viento.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
Un placer salvarte la vida.
I assure you, I can handle myself. So now you know all about me. We just met. Well, that can be quickly remedied. Let me introduce myself. I am Leliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Or I was. I joined the Chantry to live a life of religious contemplation. But I am no priest, not even an initiate. Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along. The Maker told me to.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
A ver. Voy a quitar a perro porque la verdad es que es muy lentito. Voy a poner a Leliana porque es un pica. Ya podremos abrir cofres, creo. Lo que sí que voy a hacer es tiki. Vamos a ver este Morrigan. Hay Morrigan en... Cambiar el grupo de armas, voy a poner una dadita. Al menos. Casco de cuero tachonado. La túnica de Morrigan, vale. Vamos a ponerle un casco de cuero. Cierre de piedra virgen, ¿esto es? Anda, mira, Morrigan lo que tiene. A ver, Leliana. Túnica de la capilla, agua. Y botas de cuero. Casco de cuero tachonado. De cuero tachonado, 50 y 67. Vale. Botas de cuero tachonado. Armadura de cuero tachonado. Lo lleva todo de cuero tachonado, ¿no? Ha de tener una bonificación o algo que ha de aparecer aquí. Bonificación por conjunto completo. Puede ser todo de cuero tachonado. ¿Y qué habilidades tiene? Robo. Veneno. Ah, no sabe hacer trampas. Veneno. La habilidad de pícaro. Manos hábiles. Cintura de la sucia. Bardo. Y arquería. Tiene arquería. Pues, oye. Si tienes arquería. Tienes arquería, pues no vayas equipada con una espada. Entonces que no va a ser ni el huevo. Arco corto, daño 5, daño 6, 880. No, vale. Tengo que vender cosas, ¿verdad? Las cosas estamos por aquí.
I don't have any elves tracking dirt in. Out. Mother says we have to
Ah, sí.
run before the bad men.
Voy a ver.
What do you wish of me?
No quiero nada. Hay mucha
Allow
gente.
me. I could do that for you. Yes?
Vamos a ver, Leliana. Oh, lleno de soldado.
Finished.
De aquí arriba. Mira, interesante. Barrio. Sitio refugiado.
Leave me to drown my... I don't want any trouble, please.
I don't want any trouble.
Cliente, no.
Don't hurt me.
Hola, Barley.
I heard what you did with the other merchant. Got what he deserved. Was I still don't have food to sell.
Inventario. Escudos. 150, defensa 4, defensa 6. ¿Dónde está? También yo tengo más hueco. Espina de los dioses muertos. Daga una mano. Estos son regalitos. Vamos a ver. Entonces vamos a capar. Anda que hablo bien. A Alistair. Bueno, estaba aquí, me confundo en otro juego. Defensa 4, pero tiene esto. La espina de los dioses muertos. Me la voy a equipar yo. Entonces a Morrigan en la otra selección de armas le meto la daga encantada. Y a la lista le meto la daga encantada también. Que tenga de segunda una daga para ir al paso. Vamos a salir del pueblo. Bueno, ya se nos ha unido Leliana. Tengo que ir a la capilla para decir que a Sten me lo llevo yo. Vamos a la capilla.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail, I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
Reverenda Madre. Vamos a darle la bendición. Está por aquí.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then? It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you? Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
¿Qué elijo? Liberarlo bajo mi custodia de algunos procedimientos. He venido a volverlo. Creo que debe ser una humana.
Now we threaten priests. How fun!
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get out of hand here.
What is the meaning of this? You would threaten me with violence?
Your Reverence, please. We are on an important mission. Let us take the Kunari off your hands. I beg you.
I see. And if not, I am to be assaulted. Is this what we have come to?
No, Your Reverence. I will not allow that to happen.
I have more important matters to concern me. Here, take the key to the creature's cage and begone. Do not return.
Alistair, menos 13, Dios. Me lo quería liar. Ya, cómo ha bajado. Y... madre mía. Es que depende de cómo conteste, depende de qué personaje lleve. Puede ser... No había pensado en eso. Parece que no voy a poder... Madre mía.
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then? A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
You wish something more of me? I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it. One would think she would send a document or an agent of her chantry, but perhaps not all humans act in such a fashion. So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the blight. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement. You can try. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Haciendo amigos. A ver, vamos a hacer el equipo de malotes porque no.
Blasted. Yes.
Añadir. Me voy a dejar a Leliana, pero luego en ciertas misiones me voy a poner al perro. Si se quede. Aceptar. Lo que se quiere equipar a Sten, porque está sin nada. Dios, qué alto que es. Hola. Voy a coger tortícolis. A ver. Primero de todo. Habilidades de este hombre. Técnicas de combate a saco. Guerrero. Y armas a 2 manos. Muy bien. Sabiendo esto, le voy a equipar con un arma a 2 manos. Por ejemplo, un espadón. Vamos a crear 10. 10. ¿Cuánto pesa? Crítico 1.50, 3, 1.10. Mide lo mismo. Pues es para un equilibrado, venga. Hierro de soldado. Guanteletes de cota de malla. Botas de cota de malla. Cota de malla. Y ponerle un casco de soldado. Ah, bueno, encima por el conjunto completo, mira, el casco no. Qué bien. Pues... vamos a seguirlo, ¿no? Coge una hierba de estas. Oh, un cofre. Leliana.
Just like you wanted.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of
Vas a
hungry
matarme
bellies.
solo para conseguir pasta. Muy bien. Gracias. Muy bien, ¿no? Todos muertos.
Why are we stopping?
¿Están?
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful? I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises. No. Get used to disappointment. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of... The elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty. Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding. As you wish.
Encima... no. Afinidad, ¿te imaginas? Compros. Supongo que tengo que irme por ahí. Arquero mercenario. Vaya por Dios. Yo bicheando aquí. Mapa. A ver qué hay por aquí.
Might be a nice outfit for us. Yes.
¿Los bandidos? ¿En serio? Con los bandidos.
If you must.
Leliana.
It's done.
Todo lo que tengo aquí. Tomar todo. Mira los bandidos. ¿Qué significa? Vamos a ver. Un momentito. Yo soy como una borraca. Espadón. De acero. Hace más daño. Equipar. Leliana. Arco largo. 720. Hace 42 con la ballesta. Alcanzamos con la ballesta. Botas de cota de malla pesada. Cofia gruesa con nadie. Opa este. Cota de malla pesada. Botas de cota de malla pesada y cota de malla pesada. Cota de malla pesada pesa más, pero... Vale. Cota de malla pesada. También me va a dar bonificación, ¿no? Bonificación por conjunto completo. Va más lento, pero... Vale, nuevo nivel. Con todos un poquito así, así. Árbol. Árbol que indica un lugar. Esto es para el Maori.
Yes. We might want to look softly.
¿En serio? ¿Más bandidos por aquí? Pues nada, pues nos iremos porque está todo lleno de bandidos. Un curlo. ¿Cómo era para que saliera él aquí? Joder.
Say what you must.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged. You want a reward, eh? I suppose that's an entirely reasonable request. How does 100 silver sound? I was going to use that to fix up the cart, but quite frankly, I'll be grateful enough that my son and I come out of this with our heads. Good. One good turn deserves another. That's what the missus always claims. The name's Bodahn y Fredrik, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way. Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says a half of it. Thank you for the offer. There may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we? We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance.
Y no me acompañan, siempre me han acompañado.
We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance.
Hostia, qué fuerte. Siempre me han acompañado. Pero siempre hacía más legal el personaje. Esta vez es un poco así más borde. El archidemonio.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde. We feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight. I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too. Other than dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Ah, mira, están ahí. Caniche. Vamos a ver a Caniche.
Oh, why, you little... Oh, you're so funny. Such rapier wit. Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me. Look.
No es nada, aunque no tendría que haberlo hecho. Solo ha sido un aviso. Podría haberte arrancado la mano. Buen chico, dan el ese tonto de este. Pero malo, muy malo.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Vale. Alistair, Leliana, Sten. Vale, y ahí estamos.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodahn y Fredrik, at your service once again.
Decía que no habéis venido conmigo y estáis aquí.
And remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? Wonderful.
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and
Corta
your
un poquito el
companions,
texto porque se enrolla como una persiana este
need
enano.
enchantments, simply talk to my boy. You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my
El hacha la voy a vender. La daga también. El espadón también. El arco corto. Eso lo hago también. Esto también. Los virutes los dejo. Incremento de fuerza. Esto ya está. No hace nada más. La armadura minada es mejor que la de cota de malla. Pues los guantes de cota de malla, las botas. La cota de malla fuera. El traje de boda también lo ven. Este no. Yelmo de los juegos. Pegadores amorosos, tejeduras imperiales, tiene cositas interesantes, pero claro, un poco pasta. Cubierta de protección colectiva. Morriga no tiene ninguna cogulla, así que me iría bien esto. Acá hay mucho... Ciento de mercader, ¿no? Aumenta la ganancia de dinero. Lo voy a comprar. No hay cosas para regalar. Collar de cuerda dorada. Importante la mochila luego. Va, entonces. Aquí. Equipo. Morrigan. La cogulla. Muy bien. El cinturón. ¿Mi personaje tiene cinturón? No. Rosado. Ah, no, se lo he puesto a Leliana. Yo tengo una faltriquera de duelista. Ataque más 4. Duelister, Morrigan. Se lo pongo a Morrigan. Mejor. A ver, un encantamiento.
Hello. The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those he can fold lyrium into. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform. But
enchantment.
And there you have it.
Uy, que tiene un retraso. Tiene un encantamiento. No tengo objetos que encantar. Súper bien. Morrigan. Vamos a entablar relaciones. Primero de todo. Yo tengo aquí muchos objetos para regalar. Vamos a ver, una chuleta. Claro, si regalas el objeto que no es, no sube tanto. Objetos. Objetos. Regalar. Dragón. Hecho. Aquí. Muy bien. Vamos a ver. Los regalos. Listado. Vale, para el perro no tengo, pues son huesos, que es evidente. Un ovillo, como si fuera un gato, y paste. Aquí no hay. Bueno, vale. El perro lo tengo bien enseñado. Alistair. Cáliz de iniciación. Tampoco lo tengo. No tengo nada más para regalar. O hay más. Espérate. Si bajo. No, esas son piedras preciosas. Va. Se ordenan por tipos. Esto está guay. Escudo de Duncan. Tengo un brazalete, un anillo, cerveza, collar, 2 y tortillas. Estatuilla tallada. Vale, esa va para Alistair, la estatuilla tallada. Pues vamos a ver. Estatuilla va para Alistair, dar a Alistair.
I could get used to this, you know.
Más 10. ¿Ves? De menos 13. Vamos a ver, me bajó la afinidad, menos 3. Un collar de cuerda dorada. Vamos a ver. Collar de cuerda dorada. Collar de cuerda dorada no lo encuentro, ¿eh? Cadena de collar de cuerda dorada, sí, para Morrigan. Pues le vamos a dar 2. Morrigan, collar de cuerda dorada.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
Tampoco no hace falta que le des muchos seguidos porque va bajando. Y... a ver, la cerveza evidentemente es para el enano. Se me tiene que unir un enano. Cerveza. ¿Cómo se llama? El brazalete de plata, esto es bruja seguro. Ah, pues no. El brazalete aquí, ¿no? ¿A quién le gusta el brazalete de plata? Botas, guantes, lingote. Pergamino. Medallón. Amuleto de oro. A ver, Alistair. Amuleto de madre. Escudo, estatuilla de dragón. Guerrero, tilla tallada. Ni brazalete ni anillo de oro brillante. A ver, Leliana, amuleto de la pequeña espada. Símbolos, zapatos. Morrigan. Amuleto de oro, puede que sea amuleto. No, eso es un anillo. A ver. Caliente. Pues va a ser que estos objetos no son los personajes principales y son de las expansiones. Botas de cuarentibano, montes de lixianos, o sea que estos me los voy a guardar por si tengo otra vez que hacer algo para que Morrigan estará más receptiva conmigo. Me gustaría preguntarte algo. Vamos a ver. ¿Cómo te convertiste en metamorfo?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds.
Así se va entrelazando un poco. Haces una pregunta como parte que te interesa.
When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured.
Esto es una leyenda muy divertida,
a
pero
most
pasa así.
amusing legend. Oh? I truly doubt that children would be worth the effort. They are filthy. That said, I cannot speak for the tastes of my mother. She has, after all, lived a very lengthy time in the wilds and done many things I know nothing of. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of mages. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one. Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but to condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake of what might be is a dangerous path to walk. There are those who look on the word apostate as freedom.
Apóstatas que no están dentro del círculo de hechiceros.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Me parece un poco repugnante. Te pondrías hecha en frío, cuanto menos. Me parece que parecen muy útiles para seducirla un
poco. A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Más 4. Y nueva aptitud. Habilidad adquirida. ¿Ves? Es que por eso va bien hablar con los personajes. Nueva aptitud. Habilidades. Hechizos. Habilidades. Trama. Inspirado por tu este miembro del grupo adquiere una pequeña bonificación a magia, ¿ves? Por hablar con ella. Es una aptitud pasiva. O sea, la tiene siempre activa. Una bonificación a magia. Solo hay que sacar información de este juego. Ahora vamos a hablarle. Contarte algo, tema personal o la vida de la espesura de haber sido muy solitaria, en plan. Me preocupo por.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
Suena de maravilla.
For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments, the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. It was encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken. And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been. Sorry? There is no need to feel sorry for me. What is there to be sorry for? To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Bueno, hemos subido más amistad, pero sacamos información que es sobre lo del collar, etc, etc, etc. Ahora vamos a Sten,
Yes.
el sistema receptivo. Yes.
Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on.
Debe de decirte qué estás haciendo en esa jaula.
Sitting, as you observed. No, it's a choice, not a necessity.
Es imposible, mira. No te acabo de ver, ¿verdad? ¿Vas a poner mi pregunta?
I did.
Dímelo.
Parshera, was there anything else? As you wish.
Es que este es telegrámico perdido. Dejo la más pesada para lo último.
What do you need?
Leliana.
Ask away.
Hace exactamente.
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Los templarios llevabais armaduras pasadas. Oh, creo que nunca te he visto con el puesto. Otra vez, no. Es que no puedo ponerlo. Vaya tontería. No te he visto con el puesto.
I keep it hidden under my pillow. Sometimes I'll take it out just so I can hug it fondly and remember the good old days. Brings a tear to the eyes, you know.
Así es como evitar rentas como uno, ¿no?
I'd use my shield if I could, but I think you might actually spot me hiding behind it. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
No, si eso nos va a traer más de tus estúpidos. Ya simple curiosidad.
Then let's just get back to what we were doing. No offense, but I'd really rather not discuss it.
¡Ay! -1. ¿Será?
What do you need?
Vamos a subsanar.
Ask away. Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry, which the other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells. You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages. Against a regular person, I'm just a guy in a metal suit. Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together. Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templar's talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Bueno, lo voy a dejar así, -1, pero bueno, antes lo he recuperado.
Yes?
A ver esta.
Well, here I am. I knew this would come up sooner or later. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
Se la pinza. Por cierto, este personaje es bisexual. Tanto tienes personaje chica como chico, puedes... Tucu. Así que es un sueño, ¿no? Entonces, soñaste con la ruina.
That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
Esta es la típica que te dice que cuando gires a la izquierda, la primera a la izquierda, y te explica un montón de paja antes de decir que tienes que ir a la primera a la izquierda cuando te indican algo. Solo crees lo que quieres creer, Leliana, y por eso decides ganar tú oías voces. No es lo que te hace someter en mi vida.
In my dream, I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blood. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
La capilla dice que en la cena con Supongo que yo tampoco podría. Vamos a hacer así, va a hacernos amigos.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come.
Leliana más 2. Vale, pues ya establecí un poco de vínculo. Guardaremos partida. Y esta es la siguiente misión. Que si no me hace lo de descargar partidas en la nube, la haremos pues, a las 10. Si no me retrasa esto de la nube. ¿De acuerdo? Mañana. Creo que sí, ¿no? Sí, yo creo que sí. Que a las 10 es buena hora. Así que nos vemos mañana. Vamos a guardar. Vamos a campamento. Y nos vemos mañana, chicos.